Welcome to another Thursday night call-in show here on the OHIO podcast. We want to know what you know tonight. Dial us up, call it in. Let's talk about it. 567-483-1999 is the call-in number. And we want to hear from all of you. That's right, Chris. The lines are open. They are open this evening. We have 5 lines, which means if you're not talking, there's 4 possible lines you can wait on. Oftentimes they get filled up. If they get filled up, we'll make the phone calls shorter. If they don't, we can let the phone calls go longer. That's the deal tonight. But before we get into anything else, make sure you smash that like button tonight. Make sure you keep this chat hopping this evening. Share the show if you don't mind. Let's get this thing out there to as many Buckeye fans as we possibly can this evening. We also want to mention that in a couple days, 2 to be exact, the show goes on the road, guys. The show goes on the road. Check this out. We're going to Jimmy Buckets. We're going to meet Big Nut there. Big Nut's got his big weekend where he raises money for the scholarship fund for Ohio State, his Big Nut Scholarship Fund for Ohio State. It's at Jimmy Buckets, 2812 County Road 198 in Fremont, Ohio. There's games, there's drinks, there's music. There's going to be Buckeye Boggs. There's going to be the Wild Man. There's going to be Sean Strock, the Strock Star. We're going to be there. We're going to be there celebrating the 2024 National Championship Ohio State Buckeyes with Big Nut himself. And we want to invite all of you to be there with us as well. So come hang out with the Strock Star, the Wild Man, myself, Big Nut at Jimmy Buckets in Fremont, Ohio. It's going to be a blast this Saturday as the show goes on the road. Of course, the big news today, the government is getting involved with the NIL issue. So Chris and I did a little video that'll probably drop sometime Saturday about that. I'm sure some people are going to want to talk about that. Big Ten Media Days was this week. Just got done watching some of the interview with Sharon Moore. He was asked nothing difficult when he was at the main stage. When he sat down with the huddle of media, he was asked some more difficult questions, and he brushed everything off that was difficult with a chuckle and a smirk on his face. As the cocky SOB that he is, man, it's what they are. That's who they are. They are arrogant as could be. And he's just fit right in to that culture that they have there in Ann Arbor. But that it is what it is. Yeah, Philip, Hulk Hogan passed away today, so we lost Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan this week, man. A lot of people's childhood people, some of the superstars in their childhood, going by the wayside here, man, slipping off into eternity. So, anyways, the phone lines are open now. Going to give you all a bit of a warning tonight. I'm a little bit frothy. I'm a little bit, yeah, that's right, Chris. Thank you. Theo Huxtable as well. Drowned this week. That's right. I forgot about that. Thank you. So they say it comes in threes. A little bit frothy, a little bit irritable tonight. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to give him a chance. We'll see if tonight the first caller is going to be, if he's learned from any lessons. We'll see if he's going to tell us the truth tonight, or if he's going to still be the same one that he's always been. Diesel Dan is up first tonight, and we'll see. This is fair warning, Dan. I'm not going to put up with any lies. I want you to tell me the truth on things. I got questions for you. I want you to tell me the truth, and we'll give you the chance to come clean. Give you the chance to come clean tonight with everybody. But if you're going to come in here and try to cut a wrestling promo on me, then you're going by the wayside for good. So, oh, was he now? Caden was on Kennedy bashing Ohio State fans. This ought to be interesting. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to double check, make sure it is who he says it is. All right. Dan, how are you doing this evening?
What do we have here?
Well, what
It's
do we
my
have here,
favorite
Dan?
OA
What do we have,
Ohio
Dan?
podcast.
What do we have? You have some explaining to do, young man. You have some explaining
Young
to do.
man,
Yes.
Eric, hold on. Can I just say a public service announcement first before we get to the
No, you
meat
can't.
and
First
potatoes?
off, Caden, Dan, whatever you're going to go by, this is my show. It's always been my show. It'll always be my show. Okay? And one of the things I don't tolerate is people who lie. So when you come on this show and you make stuff up, guess what? That looks bad on me. So I want you to come clean. Tell everybody the truth about your little high school football career. Tell everybody the truth, Caden.
Well, if you want to know, everything I said was a lie. Everything I said was a lie.
Why did you do that?
You have exposed me 100%. And you know what? I give you credit, Eric. And you know what? I plotted for this. I plotted this. Because I knew you were going to be digging deep for clues and evidence. So you know what? I give you credit. Congratulations.
Okay. So that you still haven't answered the question. Why?
I lied, but this was all part of my plan, Eric. You got to understand this. I was playing mind games with you, Eric.
Playing mind games with me? What mind games are you
Mm-hmm.
What mind games are you playing there, Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I was lying to you, Eric. Don't you get it? I know reverse psychology. First of all, it was all planned out, calculated.
All right, fill me in. Let's hear this master plan, Caden.
I thought of everything, first of all, and every lie that I said, I thought and I planned perfectly. And going on the month hiatus that I did was planned. So you know what? And I knew you'd be digging deeper, and I was hoping you would follow the rabbit hole trail and until you got to the end. And congratulations, Eric. You've gotten to the end of my little puzzle. I'll give you credit, though, Eric. It was all part of my brilliant plan just to see how good you were really good. And I'll give you credit, good sir.
Okay. So the end of your plan was for me to figure out that you lied.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Fogg.
What good does that mean to you? What good did that do you then? To make up a lie just so that
I knew you were, Eric, here's the thing. I know you're a good journalist. That's why I came up with this plot. Don't you realize? I knew you would follow the clues into the rabbit hole. Duh.
that does so you proved that I'm a good journalist? That's what this was all about?
Correctamundo, Eric. Correctamundo. That's another point.
Okay. All right. So
And that's why I had this all planned out, Eric. Don't you see it now?
you did this to try to
But,
feed my ego? Is that what you're saying?
yes, I did, Eric. And yes, I did. Congratulations.
You're just agreeing to everything I'm saying, Caden. That's all you're doing. You're just agreeing to everything I'm saying, man.
Because this was all part of my plan. Like I said, Eric, all part of my plan.
And now what? Now what, Caden? Now what?
Congratulations. You followed the puzzle correctly. And I got to give you credit, Eric. You're a very good journalist.
Okay,
and
now
that's
what?
Why I had this all plotted out. I had it all plotted out. From the moment I said the first thing, I was calculating every move I made.
Okay, now what, Caden?
Let's get to the public service announcement I wanted to make. Unfortunately, I will not be in Fremont, Ohio.
Oh,
Big nut.
It's too bad.
But that's all right. I knew that you guys were going to have a little fun with Big Nut because one day Big Nut's going to come face to face with the most baddest and the most evil OSU fan on this damn planet.
What did Big Nut ever do to you, Caden?
Well, I just want to let Big Nut know I don't got any issues with Big Nut. I just want to let him know how much of a Buckeye fan that bleeds inside of me, that pumps my veins, in my cold heart, and in my cold soul, Eric. You should understand that. I really don't have much of a childish soul, I guess you could say, like yourself.
A childish soul.
Unfortunately, I'm an old man. I'm a man trapped in a 21-year-old individual, unfortunately. And unfortunately for you, it's even a worser case.
Oh.
But I won't explain that.
It's unfortunate for me. It's a worser case. First off, worser's not a word. Okay. So if you're going to say it, at least say it and say it correctly. All right. Number two, what are you threatening me, Caden? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm not threatening. I'm just saying I'm the most evil OSU fan on the planet.
What does that even mean?
Let's be honest.
What do you mean by evil, dude?
I just like the stories of those bad Buckeyes that really stepped up the A game. I like the guys that were the meanest on the football field. And I mean, when I say evil, I just mean it because I like the description. I just like the adjective.
Okay.
I just like the word of it.
All right.
And you know, the funny thing is, I love horror stories, Eric.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? You make no sense,
Eric,
Dan.
If I explain it to you, it would take me about 3 hours, but I know you've got people on the line, so I won't waste your time on that.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind of you, Dan. It's very kind of you. All right. So here's the deal, brother. All right. I don't really think you're a quote unquote evil person. I think you're trying to make a name for yourself. That's why you call all these call-in shows. You're trying to get people to recognize you so that you can build up your own brand. That's what I think you're trying to do. You've failed at building your own brand multiple times. You've changed your name, you've changed your channel, and you continue to go about it the wrong way. You, my friend, need to spend some time finding out who you are so that when you launch your channel, you're talking about something that you know, that you're passionate about, right? And if it's Ohio State, just talk about it passionately. You don't have to try to be a character that you're not. Just be Dan. Be the guy who loves Ohio State, who talks about the Buckeyes with passion. You don't have to be some kind of, evil character cutting a wrestling promo. It behooves you to be who you are. That's my advice for you, Dan. I hope you take it. Is there anything else you want to say to me on your way out?
And let's talk about the scum, shall we?
Sure.
And let's get the scum notice on full notice.
Okay, put the scum on school notice. Go for it. You got 2 minutes. You still there, Dan? Hello. Did we lose him? I think we lost him. Anybody else?
Eric.
Yes. Yeah, I put you. Yeah. Do you hear me now?
I can hear you. I've been hearing your voice for the last 2 dang minutes.
Well, I couldn't hear you, and neither could anyone else. So here you go.
And I'm sweating talking about the scum because it's using my energy in about a 183-pound frame of mine. But you know what? Forget about it. I prefer to sweat when I'm talking about this team because they are the most arrogant, cowardly, and most, stupid team in all of college football. And they're most stupid next to Alabama and Southern Cal. And I'll tell you what, those scum fans, come November 29th, all hell's going to break loose. And I guarantee you, the penalties plus the ass whooping that's going to happen is really going to be bad on their track record. Guaranteed. Woo.
All right,
Man,
buddy.
that is a lot of energy coming from me.
All right. I appreciate the energy. I appreciate that, Dan. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for fessing up and telling the truth tonight. I will give you credit for that. I hope you take my advice and you think about that.
Actually, I'm actually taking classes by someone, but I won't say who. It's a dear friend of mine who's actually teaching me how to do a little bit of this YouTube career, actually. But I'll leave that to you. And did you hear about Bobby Carpenter's son committing to Ohio State, hopefully in the next year or two?
No, I did not. But Bobby Carpenter's son, I believe, is a freshman or sophomore in high school.
Well, Ohio State is planning to give him an offer by his junior or senior year, so keep an eye on for that.
Do you know what school he goes to, Dan?
Upper Arlington High School.
You nailed it.
I've seen the kid before.
Okay, you're right. That's where he goes. I was just confirming you knew
I've seen the kid. He looks like a spin image of his dad, but younger.
Fantastic. All right, Dan. Thank you for your phone call. Have a good evening. And he's gone. He didn't even say goodbye to me. How rude. Well, we're off and running on a Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. I told you I'd get him to tell the truth. I told y'all. It was all his plan the whole time. For me to, he lied to me, he lied to all of you. In his words, it was his plan because he knew I would dig deeper and I would find the truth and reveal the truth so that it would feed my ego because I'm a good journalist. That's what he said. There you all heard it first. I hope the young man finds joy in whatever he's trying to do. But that's where we're at tonight. That's where we're starting. That's where we are starting this evening. Oh my goodness gracious. Woo! That's where we're at tonight. Who is up next? Oh man, let's go to David next, man. David, you've been on hold here. Welcome into the OHIO podcast. I need you to clean the palate here.
Brother, Buckeye Nation, great to be with you tonight.
Good to be with you.
Thanks for taking my call. And man, I don't even know what I've purposely stayed away from the whole Caden thing. But I got to say something. And this, Caden, if you're out there listening, look. I've known people with TBIs, and I believe that you probably have had some type of traumatic brain injury. And please go get help. Okay, there's something not right there. That's not how people react and respond, and there's something just totally not right there. And it's sad, and it's really hard to watch and listen. And my prayers, go out for you and hopefully you'll get some help because something's not right there. I'm telling you. And but anyways, enough of that said, brother.
Indeed. Go for it.
We got how many days until fall practice starts? Until fall camp?
Fall camp starts next Thursday.
Yeah. We are a week out. A week out until I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It's going to be great. I think everybody's going to have a big surprise coming. I think the Buckeyes are going to take a step back, and I really don't think we are. I really don't think we are. I think it's going to get cranked up a notch, to be honest with you. I really, really do. Some of the things, just the Matt Patricia hire, I think it is. I think it's hard to say. Imagine that defense would be better with a new coordinator and how many dudes are replacing on that defense? Like
eight,
7, 8 dudes.
Yeah,
7 or 8 dudes.
8 starters. We have
on that defense.
Three returning starters.
Your defense.
3 returning starters. You got Caleb Downs as a safety, Davison Igbinosun at cornerback, Sonny Styles at linebacker. Those are your 3 returning starters on defense.
And to think that defense is probably going to be better is crazy to think. Offensively, I think we're going to be better. Julian Sain's arm, I've said this on here multiple times. Julian Sain's arm is different. His mechanics, his ability to put ball in the small spaces, timing. Listen to his teammates talk about him.
Yes.
Former teammates talk about him as they were on their way out the program. That's all you need to hear, folks. When people that know tell you stuff, you should listen. All right? Also, this team, remember, 2 weeks after they won that natty, took down all those banners. They said, we didn't win a darn thing.
Yeah.
And I think everybody is really underestimating what this team will be able to accomplish. I really, really do. I think a running back room isn't going to miss a beat. Thank God for Coach Locke. Oh my gosh, getting rid of the disaster that we had as a running back coach. Now is up there with scum and screwing up their running back room. I think that's hilarious. Which everything is about ready to implode for them. Scum. We'll see how NCAA is going to see if they wait the full 90 days. See if they wait the full 90 days. They might just wait the full 90 days before they roll out the hammer and smack Michigan right in the face. I'm going to start looking for 2 weeks into camp is about when I'm going to start really the countdown for I think that that's going to hit. They might just let it play out. They might just let it go all the way to the 90 days, and right before that Oklahoma game. Guess what? Now you don't have now Sharon Moore will be gone. They're going to have postseason penalties. I've said, I don't think they're getting at least a 3-year ban on postseason. I think it might even be more than that, and I think it probably should be more than that. And I'll tell you why, because you got a year for each of the cheating. But you also have, they were already on probation when the cheating thing came out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And literally, I mean, if you look at what the NCAA has been doing, handing down punishments, it has been. We have not seen anything like this. We've not seen the NCAA smash people for little stuff like they're smashing them, and somehow scum is not going to get anything. They just smashed Memphis's softball coach with a 10-year show cause over something that was so minute. It was laughable that they got a 10-year show cause for that. This dude was already on a probation, and then he destroyed evidence. I can't imagine that he doesn't get smashed for a double-digit show cost. I can't imagine all this stuff that this dude has done, and he's going to get away with almost a nothing show cost. I find that hard to believe. And they were absolutely smashing people. They're like, oh, it'll hurt Michigan. Who cares? They didn't care about USC. USC was at the pinnacle at the top when they got smashed, and that was underneath the old system. They're no longer using that. They no longer have a third party doing that stuff. NCAA is doing it in house now. They're smashing people. They should get a 5-year. They should get a 5-year no postseason ban for the 3 years of the cheating, and then 2 years for each of those other things. It comes back into play, man. It's going to come back into play. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see. That's about ready to kick off. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great year, and everybody's sleeping on Julian Sain. I'm telling you, this kid is going to he's going to do what should have happened under CJ Stroud. I'm telling you, this kid reminds me so much of CJ Stroud, the way he throws the ball, the way he moves. He gets the ball out of his hands very quickly. He's going to have weapons galore around him. Weapons galore. That we've seen we're used to loaded receiver rooms here. But man, we could literally lose 3 guys and they would go play anywhere. They'd go be starters anywhere. You name Alabama, Texas, they'd go there and they'd start immediately. That's how deep we are in that room. I think the running back room, I haven't seen the running back room this deep in many, many years. Many, many years. I do not remember having a pair and a spare. I'm not even sure we even had that under Urban. A pair and a spare. Maybe I'm forgetting some guys. I don't think I am. There was some really good running back room, and I won't take anything away from there. I mean, we all know the running backs that Urban had. They were phenomenal, man. I mean, Elliott, oh my gosh. Still love watching that run against Alabama in that Sugar Bowl. It's one of the best Ohio State highlights of all time. I love it. But we're loaded. We are absolutely loaded, and everybody is freaking out about this defensive line. Stop it. Stop freaking out about the doggone defensive line. All right? You know who should be freaking out about their defensive lines? The schools that went out and had to go get a bunch of dudes to fill their defensive lines, i.e. Texas. How many dudes did they go out and pick up? 5?
6. 6 transfer portal guys on the line.
6. One of them's from Ohio State.
Yeah, Hero Canoe.
Who's a pretty good player. Canoe is a pretty good player. I don't think he'll be a starter. I think he'll be a rotation guy there as well. But, good luck to him. I hope he does well. Except for in that first game. Except for August 30th. But, yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there.
Almost there, David. I tell you what, man. I love your energy. I love your phone call, brother. We are deep, but this is a roster that just doesn't have game reps. And there's only one thing that can account for that, and that is just you got to go out and play. You're going to get those great game reps, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent now. And this is a team that, quite frankly, I think is going to be a lot better at the end of the season than at the beginning of the season. If Ohio State can go out there and win game 1 at home against Texas, that is a huge feather in the cap for Ryan Day and this team getting off on the right foot. It's not a must win. But it absolutely helps with the old momentum, confidence building, all of that. And I think a lot of that's going to have to do with the fact of how loud and frothy Ohio Stadium gets in game number 1 against the Longhorns. I plan on being there, David. It's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it, brother. I appreciate your phone call. Anything else on your way out, my friend?
OH.
I-O. Good phone call.
All right, bud. Thanks.
All right, that was David, my man. Good phone call. Cleaned my palate. Got to sit back and just listen to a Buckeye fan give me good, solid positivity about the Buckeyes after starting off with Caden, Dan, whatever you want to call him. Hopefully he takes my advice. All right, let's go back down to the queue here. Full bank of calls. We're going to get to all of you. Sean, you're up next. 740, you're on deck. Let's go to Sean. What's happening, Sharkstar?
What's going on, brother?
Well,
I tell you, Eric, that was about 5 minutes of our lives that we could not get back with Dan. That was his plan. His plan sucked. Dan, not to burst your bubble, but nobody believed anything that you said. You definitely need to get some help, bro. Something's just not clicking right in your mind to sit there and just make up all these lies just to try to get attention.
No, he didn't.
Come on, man.
Sean, he did that. He did that to show everybody how great of a journalism I am and to feed my ego. Remember? That's what he said.
Oh, I know that's what he said, but I mean, it was just. I mean, we all had to wear boots because it was so deep. The BS was so deep, Eric. I mean, no one believed the word he said. I mean, he just went out and just definitely got him in his line, which we all knew he was lying. So.
Hey, he is taking classes from a friend on the becoming a YouTuber. So we'll see how that goes for him.
I'll tell you what. Me and TG will teach him. This guy, if he wants to pay us, we'll teach him.
Sean's like, I'm not below taking someone's money to teach him. What if he's unteachable, dude?
I'll still take the money.
I figured you would.
No refunds. He's got the money, we got the time. I'll tell you that.
Oh, Sean, what do you think about Sharon Moore dodging questions? Well, first off, he didn't have to answer any tough questions when he was at the main podium, but when he was gathered around the media, he did get asked some questions about how the team's reacting to possible sanctions and getting games removed, etc. And with a smirk on his face, he chuckled and said, "We're not worried about any of that. We're just focused on this season."
Does that surprise you? I mean,
it's a joke.
They're used to ducking.
It's a joke. It's a joke to him. It's a joke to their fan base. The arrogance of it all. I'm starting to believe that if the NCAA delivers a pretty firm punishment, these people are going to be floored. Floored. They believe their own crap don't stink. I'm telling you. It's unbelievable to me.
Everything it's like intrinsic and Spiro have said, it's like a cult there. Whatever the higher ups tell them, they believe. And it doesn't matter. The evidence was done right there in front of their face for how long, and they still don't believe it. They believe whatever Chris Ballas says or Sam Webb or any of those, morons, whatever they tell those guys, they believe it. So, I mean, just all I can tell those guys is don't drink the Kool-Aid because it's mixed with the water from Flint, guys. So.
Yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid because it's made with water from Flint. I like that.
Why do you think they're all brain damaged up there? I tell you.
It's something, man.
Maybe Dan's been up in Flint drinking that water, Eric. Maybe a good possibility.
Mimi, are you talking about this? Are you talking about these? Is that what you're asking? I'm Eric, by the way, not Chris, but that's okay. I see how we can get confused easily. If you're asking me about these coasters, let me know. Because I can definitely get you in contact with the person who makes them. Um, yeah, Sean, it's unbelievable, dude. Now, what do you think about the government? Donald Trump made an executive order, the government getting involved with putting guardrails for NIL. What's your thoughts, man?
I'm all for it. I mean, the clearinghouse is crap in the bed. Someone needs to do something. There needs to be rules in place. This needs to be reined in. It's gotten out of control. I mean, if the NCAA wasn't so butthurt when they lost the court case where that they had to pay for, people could get paid, and just threw their hands up in the air and stormed off and cried about it. Instead of crying, if they'd adapted and worked together with them, they could have got the guardrails in right away, and there wouldn't be any issues.
Right. Exactly. 100%. But it's gonna get ugly. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna get a little bit ugly at first, but maybe a little bit messy, but eventually, Sean, there has to be something that gets put in place. So I'm glad they're at least trying something.
I mean, instead of just sitting back and letting it be the wild, wild west where anything goes. I mean, they want to give everybody. I mean, there's got to be rules, Eric, or certain teams, don't follow anything. They'll do whatever the heck they want. There's got to be rules. There's got to be structure. That way, there's no advantage for these bigger schools that got all this money, and these other, schools like Miami of Ohio, Bowling Green. I mean, Toledo. They got no chance to compete with all these other schools. Because what happens every time they get a good player there? Someone comes along and poaches them. 5% of the time. So.
Yeah. It's sad, but at the same time, it's NIL. Well, the transfer portal goes both ways too. Like you got people leaving the bigger schools, going to smaller schools going to bigger schools. But all of that movement, what it's really affected is the kids who would get a small school scholarship a lot of them are going. A lot of them are going back the way of like Division II schools now. They're playing Division II schools now. We just got a super chat from Caden. Eric, y'all hear the truth about me on Monday, my past and why I am the way I am. All right, so he's going to tell us the truth on Monday about himself, on why he is the way he is. So it looks like, Chris, you're going to get that phone call.
Oh.
If he's calling on Monday, buddy, that's your Chris, I already know. Chris. Oh, Chris says, "Are you starting your new show Monday?" No, I think he's calling you, Chris. I think Caden's gonna call you on Monday and give you the backstory. Now, maybe we should have Caden call me on next Thursday to give the backstory. I don't know. Anyways,
what's the deal with Big Nut, man? What you're going to go after Big Nut? What the heck,
he
man?
started to, and then I put the kibosh on that rather quickly. I don't know, man. Speaking of Big Nut and Sean Strock, he's going to be there. He's going to be there this Saturday. Once again, 2812 County Road 198, Fremont, Ohio. That's Jimmy Buckets. Games, drinks, music, raising money for Big Nut Scholarship for kids to go to Ohio State. We're going to be there. We're going to have a great time, everybody. Make sure you are there that day with us. If you can make it, come be with us. It's going to be a great time. We'd love to have you come. The guy on the phone right now, the Strock Star, he's coming.
Heck yeah. Can't wait. I can't wait to meet you, Eric. Can't wait to meet Big Nut. Hey, everybody, just so you know, Annie Joe Taylor's going to be performing there that night, too.
Yep.
So
She goes on
the
stage
place
at
is going to be
8 o'clock, I think.
I
So
think in the evening it's going to be fire. Steely Matt's going to be there.
what? Oh, no
He's
way.
coming. Yep, Steely's coming. And I did talk to a former Buckeye. He might be showing up. So I might have one surprise guest showing up. So
Cool.
I have to get back to him. But he said that he was just at Jimmy Buckets a couple weeks ago. So he doesn't live too far away. And I told him to come on out and hang out. So he might be showing up.
Well, if he does or he doesn't, it's going to be the Wild Man, myself, you, Sean. I believe my wife's going to come with me. So we got the pod mother.
Oh, I get to meet Sarah too. Cool.
I hope so.
Cool.
She usually goes where I go. So we're gonna have a good time, man.
Nice.
It's gonna be a blast. It's looking forward to it. I did some work in Fremont for the company I work for. And I remember driving by Jimmy Buckets the first time and going, "What in the world is that? I didn't even know it was there." It is a cool place. I've been looking forward to this for a long time because I really want to get there. And of course, Roy, our good buddy, my good friend, he's going to be there. He's a big supporter of Big Nut and
Nice.
this, and he's been talking about it for a long time. So, and this isn't the only thing we're going to be doing. We're actually going to be doing a live watch party for the OSU Scum game in Bucyrus, Ohio. So you're not going to want to miss that either. We're telling everybody now so you can make plans.
Tell me it's Baker's. Tell me it's Baker's.
We're going to Baker's, buddy. Pizza. You got it. Baker's Pizza. The back room is ours, man. Good friend of mine. He owns the t-shirt company, Bart Dennison. He and his mother own the t-shirt company right beside Baker's in the same building. We're going to have t-shirts made up. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have a great time. 50-50 raffle. We're gonna do it right, guys. So and that way, even if the game doesn't go well, we're still gonna have a good time, regardless. But the game is gonna go well this year. So we want to invite everybody to Baker's Pizza. The doors will open that day. I believe they're gonna open at 11 a.m. I think. I'll confirm that with them. They might let us in a little bit early, hopefully, so we can set up because we're going to try to set up our sound system, everything, do a live show for everybody, a live pregame show. Shockstar, anything else, man, before we go to our next phone call?
No, everybody just let everybody know that Baker's Pizza, that pizza is phenomenal.
Here's how I describe it. It's Donato's Pizza.
Oh, so awesome.
It's Donato's Pizza back in the day, the OG Donato's, before they changed it all. Their ingredients. Donato's ingredients are not what they used to be when we were kids.
I haven't had a Donato's Pizza in probably 20-some years, so. But no, have a good show tonight, buddy. Did you get a chance to watch our interview that we did? Or not yet?
With Intrinsic? Not yet. Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
That tomorrow morning. That goes out tomorrow morning. TG and Sean from the Buckeye Lounge, they interviewed Intrinsic. It was like an hour and 45 minutes long or something like that. It's a long one. That'll be available for everybody tomorrow morning to check out. Also, our Iowa preview goes live tomorrow evening. So those are the two next videos coming out to everybody.
Just let everybody know about Intrinsic. He drops a lot of great knowledge, a lot of the NCAA stuff dealing with scum. He's done his research. He's got some inside sources. So it was very, you get a lot of information and you get an education on what a lot of the stuff means and what to look forward to.
Beautiful. All right, Sean, you have a good evening, my friend. OH.
You too. IO, go Bucks.
All right. Mika's up next. 912, you're on deck. 912, you're up next. 859, you're in the hole. All right, let's go to Mika. Let's bring her on. Hello, Mika. How are you?
Podfather.
Hi, girl. How are you?
You deserve. You deserve a hug after dealing with Hayden, man. That was rough.
Hey, we got answers. We're going to get more answers. Listen, I genuinely want to help the young man. I really do.
There ain't no helping that guy, dude.
Mika, he's a part of Buckeye Nation. He calls around as an Ohio State fan. We have to help him.
There ain't no helping that guy.
I'm trying, Mika.
Just keep going.
No, there's a glimmer of hope in there somewhere. I can see it.
Keep going, dude.
I believe in miracles, Mika. What can I say? I'm not the miracle worker, but I'll be happy when miracles are performed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a heck of a lot nicer than me.
Oh, I don't know about that, Mika. You're one of the sweetest people on planet Earth.
Depends on the person.
What's on your
couldn't
mind
handle
tonight,
that.
Mika? What's on your mind tonight?
Nothing. Just interested to get your thoughts on the new NIL executive order and how you think that's going to help.
Well, Chris and I cut about a 30-minute video earlier today about it, talking about it. I commend, at least I commend them for trying something. I don't know how much it's going to hold up legally down the road, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's better than having nothing. We'll see how
That's what I think.
We'll see how it all plays
That's
out.
what I think too.
Yeah.
At least it's a step in the right direction, and we're starting to get clarification on some things.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Is we are getting some clarifications on some things. I don't like the fact that the government's getting involved. I'm very much anti-government in a lot of things. Most of the time when the government touches something, they make it worse, not better. At least in my lifetime, it feels that way. But unfortunately, you're at a place now where the government has to get involved because it's just getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. And
So,
yeah.
someone had to do something.
Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day, Mika. Let me run this by you. I firmly believe college football needs a commissioner.
Yeah, I do too.
I asked Doug Lesmerises when he was on Sean and TG's show, the Buckeye Lounge, who if who he would pick as commissioner. He didn't really have an opinion. He just said not Nick Saban. I think I have the perfect person to be commissioner of college football. Would you like to hear who I think it is?
Who?
You.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
I think you would be fantastic at it.
That would be the coolest thing ever.
What do you all think?
Chat,
what do you think?
My ideal person.
Well.
My ideal person would be. I'd go with Jim Tressel, but he's busy right now.
Oh, here's who some of the people. Anthony said Paul Feinbaum. Heck no. No way, man. That has to be a joke.
No way.
Sly Fox said Blake.
Absolutely not.
Blake Rufino or Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou would be a funny commissioner, that's for sure. Chris, you son of a gun. He said Caden.
No. God, no.
Alex says that's an awesome pick, Eric. I think he likes you for commissioner. Grandpa Buck says I'm voting.
Oh, thank you, Alex.
Grandpa Buck says I'm voting for Mika, no doubt. I'm putting up signs right now. Grandpa Buck's gonna have Mika for commissioner signs in his front yard. How about that?
Thank you, Grandpa Buck. He's my buddy.
I think we might be able to start the campaign now, Mika. I think that might be actually
that'd be awesome.
What we can do.
I can totally do that, Joe.
Yeah, I think so.
Totally do that, Joe.
Yeah, here we go. There's the yard sign, everybody. The marvelous Mika Hanna. Everybody put that yard sign up for Mika. We're Mika Hanna for commissioner.
That's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Chris says if you're the commissioner, you can hire TG to be your enforcer.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, Anthony's got a clarification. He says everyone hates Paul Feinbaum. Agreed, 100%, 100%.
Absolutely.
Grandpa Bucks, he's positioning himself for a manager on your cabinet, Mika. So Grandpa Buck is going to be on your cabinet there.
Hey, you're there, buddy.
Mika, what do you think about what I was saying about Ohio State versus Texas? That it's not a must-win, obviously, but it really is the tone setter for the season for these young Buckeyes.
I agree. It's definitely a tone setter for the whole season. Like, if we come out like I think we're going to come out, we need to set the bar high and show people that we're hungry and we're ready for a repeat because I think we can do it.
Yes, 100%. Who's going to be the starting? Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Anybody who hasn't seen the interview with Nolan Votto, the walk-on wide receiver for Ohio State, you should seriously check it out over on Buckeye Boys. It's awesome, and he talks about how hungry we are and how he thinks we can repeat as champions.
Beautiful.
It's a really cool interview.
Love it. Go check that out, everybody. Mika, it's Mika approved for all of you tonight. Mika, what's your thoughts on Sharon Moore's? I guess you could say his arrogant chuckle when asked about vacating wins or further punishment from the NCAA.
Sheer stupidity and arrogance.
Yep. 100%, man.
You know what they say, pride goeth before the fall.
Indeed. That's what they say. You're 100% right. Oh, Mika, anything else, girl, on your way out? I love it when you call in. You make my day.
I appreciate that. Nothing that I can think of. I was feeling bad, but starting to feel better. So, if you want to do a show, then let me know.
Okay, I'll try to get a hold of you. I got you and TG on the docket. I both need to record with you guys here soon. I'm trying to get the magazine finished, wrapped up, and I'm trying to get some of these other videos for the previews done. So anyways, that's kind of the MO. That's on my schedule. We got 6 previews left, and we got Northwestern and Nebraska up next, and then we have the Big 4. I'm calling them: Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, and the team up north. So that's what we'll finish with.
Okay, cool. No worries.
All right, Mika. I appreciate you calling in, girl. Thank you so much. You have a good evening, OH.
I know.
There she goes. All right, Tyler's up next. 859. You're on deck. 331. You're in the hole. What's up, Ty?
Eric.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, what's wrong with Caden. I really don't. I think
we're gonna find out.
It's an embarrassment to all.
We're gonna find out Monday.
But here's my question though, Eric. Why did you have to wait? Why do we have to wait till Monday? Why didn't he tell you on his call?
I don't think he thought of it. I've given him every opportunity to share his whole story with me. It was all lies, and he admitted it, but it was all his master plan, which went nowhere, other than he just was.
And you went. When he said that, you know who I thought of?
Who's that?
He's Ohio State's version of Connor Stallion.
Oh, ooh. I don't know about that. Connor's kind of a smart guy. I mean, he
No. He's what I mean by that is he's just as crazy.
okay.
He makes Ohio State fans look bad. And I'm an optimist, Eric. I'm a big time optimist. I've given up on Caden.
I can't force you, Tyler, or anybody else in this chat to like somebody. I can't. I'm just letting you all know why I keep taking his phone call. I think there's something in there. Just being 100% honest with everybody. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I just don't want to give up on the guy. I bring him on here. I'm stern with him, but I'm fair. I'm stern but fair with him. Tyler, at least he admitted the truth to us tonight. He did lie.
And you know what? I respect that. Like, what my point though is, Eric, why did he have to lie to all of us?
I don't know. We're gonna find out Monday, hopefully. I mean, it wasn't because of some kind of master plan. I can tell you. I can promise you that. I know that.
And when I heard that, I'm like, he's trying to be why make a master plan? Why make a master plan?
That was tonight's story. That's what that was. That was tonight's story. Why did you lie? Well, I'm just going to make this up to cover. Why does a liar lie? To cover a lie, usually. I mean, I'm not. Listen, I don't. Trust me, folks. I don't sit here and believe that 5 months ago, Caden hatched this plan up so that on July 24th, he could come on this show and tell me, I did all of this because you're a great journalist, Eric, and I knew you would find out the truth, and I did it to feed your ego. Like, I don't believe that for a second. Okay? It's the story he's giving us tonight on why he admitted the truth. I just want him to start telling the truth. He's a fan. Every fan should have a voice, you know? It's just
exactly.
It's just like just be you, man. That's all I'm asking, you know? So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what he says Monday, Tyler.
But enough about Caden and his BS. But I need to go and talk about Teron Moore for a second. Like, I knew he wasn't going to say anything, Eric, but the audacity of this guy thinking that, you have all this evidence, but I still don't believe that you're going to get me in trouble. Like, he looks like he's the smartest guy in the room, and he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. The little smirk, the side smile with the chuckle, it's just arrogance, man. That's what irks me the most is there's no humility in any of this, right? There's no. I mean, it would have been easy for him to say, "I'm not at liberty to answer any of those questions. I'm sorry." That's all he had to say. Instead, he smiles out of the corner of his mouth. He chuckles. He goes, "We ain't worried about that. We're focused on this season." Like you could have said it in humility. It's how he did it, Tyler. It is so on brand for them with the arrogance.
And you know what? I honestly think, Eric, he practiced it.
Probably. Oh, I'm sure his PR team came up with that. Like the PR team up there at the University of Dumb they probably all arrogant too. They probably think they're the best PR team in the world.
And Pete Moses said something very interesting that had caught me on their show. I think it was yesterday. I don't remember. Either yesterday or the day before.
But he said something that really a light bulb clicked on for me. I was like, when this, and you said it earlier too, when this happens, all the Michigan fans, they're going to go on witness protection. They're going to be fuming with anger. They've been saying all this stuff is not going to happen, and when it does, they're going to be even worse because they're going to finally they're going to be like, why all you Buckeye fans not tell us this was going to happen? That's going to be one of their excuses. I guarantee it, Eric. They're going to be like, oh, why did you guys tell us?
Oh, I don't know that they'll say that. I think what they'll be in denial, right? I think they'll be in complete denial. Some will be angry. Some will be angry because they'll be like, we're this was all Ohio State's fault because they cried about it so much. Like if you look at the stages of grief, right? First there's denial, then there's anger, right? So at first there's going to be the denial, the shock, the denial of this. Then it'll move to anger. For some people it'll move to anger really quick. For others it'll take a while. And then the third stage of grief is bargaining, right? So then they're going to try to justify it in their mind. Well, we still won. Let's say they get the national championship vacated or something like that. We all watched it. It doesn't matter because we all watched it, right? They're going to start making these type of excuses, these bargaining ploys. And then it's depression, right? I think the depression comes probably after the transfer portal destroys their roster if they get postseason bans. That's when the depression will set in.
If Sharon Moore loses his job, Eric, all their players are free to leave immediately.
Yeah, but where are they going to go at this stage of the off season, Tyler? There's nowhere to go right now, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Unless they want to share or save a season of eligibility. If they want to save a season of eligibility, then some of these guys who are either borderline NFL guys or maybe they aren't viewed as NFL guys right away, they might jump in the portal now to save some eligibility. But the rest of the squad, the seniors, there's nowhere to go. There's nothing they can do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so and then I've thought about this, Tyler. Let's play this out in our minds. Let's say it's a 1 year postseason ban. Is there now the risk that they become a 2012 version of Ohio State? Where they're like, well, we can't play for any postseason, but we're going to ruin everybody's season type of mentality? Is that good? What if Ohio State goes in that last game 9-2, and we have to win to get into the college football playoff, and that's all they have to play for, man?
I could see it, and they have some desperation and going into that game, and they have nothing to play for. But here's where I am a little like at that point, I'm like this. Okay, your desperation is like if you're going to be a 2012 Ohio State team, I think it would leave a lot of bad taste in Michigan's mouth because then they have to accept that Urban, the idea of being an Urban team. And they don't like Urban, Eric, because he went 7-0. So I mean, if Michigan gets a 1 year postseason ban at the very least, I don't know if they'll be a 2012 Ohio State team. I really don't.
I don't know. Well, we didn't think Ohio State was going to be the 2012 Ohio State team in 2012. No one saw that coming,
Mhm.
Tyler. Like, they were 6-7. That was the worst year in Ohio State football history. 7 losses that year. They were 6-6 in the regular season. They went to the Gator Bowl and lost to Florida. They were 6-7. That's the only time in Ohio State history we had 7 losses to our name. No one saw Ohio State going 12-0 that year. You put a postseason ban. You put a postseason ban on Scum in 2025. No one's going to predict that they go 12-0. I know that. Do I think they'll go 12-0? No, not with a freshman quarterback. But they're a dangerous team. I'll tell you that much.
I can see it. I can see it, Eric. I guess my only thing that would make me hesitate for actually thinking that is at that point, who's going to see it?
Tyler, man, your audio got really bad, buddy.
Oh, let me sit that real quick. So, at that point, Eric, my only question is who is left on their team if they're going to be a 2012 Ohio State team?
Well, they're deep. They're deep on the defensive line. They're very deep on the defensive line. You have to believe that they're going to develop a pretty good offensive line. That's Sharon Moore's MO. He's done a good job at that. They're going to be better at quarterback, even though he's a freshman. They are going to be better. I mean, let's face it, they were terrible at quarterback last year. They have a sophomore running back who we all wanted. I wanted him. He's from Ohio. I wanted Ohio State to draft him or to recruit him. He spurred Ohio State. He went
Jordan
up.
Marshall will be good. I will say that.
So they're going to have a good running game. They're usually pretty good at tight end. So I'm just talking about offense here, and then they do return quite a bit in the secondary on defense as well. So they're not going to be a bad team, ladies and gentlemen. They're just not. They're too talented to be bad. They took a bad team into the horseshoe last year and won 13-10.
Oh,
That they did, Tyler. It's the fact. It's the truth.
I know. It every time I hear it, Eric, it's like reliving a nightmare.
And then they beat Alabama. So who are they? And they did it with a lot of the guys who are not necessarily who we thought they were good, but they were, because a lot of those guys set out those games, man. Yeah, I agree, Andre. I'm not listen, I'm not sitting here tooting their horn or nothing. I'm just being realistic with you guys, man. That's all. Tyler, anything else, buddy, on your way out? We got to keep her moving.
Oh yeah, I got another thing, Eric.
Yep.
Did you hear about Georgia?
Did I hear about Georgia?
They had another player get arrested.
Oh my gosh, did they seriously?
Yes, they did. And yesterday, it was a guy that's 17 years old. He had a gun in his car, and he was driving past these 2 people on the highway, speeding, and then pointed a gun at them.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Yes, I am completely serious, Eric.
Well, that's culture, dude. That's culture.
So how many, before I go, Eric, how many arrests is that for Georgia?
26.
Like, I'm lost now.
I think it's 26. It's 26 in 2 years. Because they were at 25. So
it's embarrassing, Eric. It's embarrassing. I don't know what Kirby Smart's doing down there. I was stationed in Georgia, Eric, and I know the driving laws down there are very harsh. So the fact that all these Georgia players are getting caught doing the same thing over and over and over again, like, it has to be something that Kirby Smart is not, like, he can't go in the car with them physically and say, hey, buddy, you can't drive like this. You can't point a gun at somebody on the highway.
Well, they're not recruiting.
And it was a loaded firearm too, Eric.
Ooh, uh-oh. You can't recruit non-character kids and think that you're going to get away with it. Eventually it catches up with you. He's losing control because he's not valued the right recruit, and that's the truth of it. I would love to know what Uncle Lou thinks about all this. I would love to know what he thinks.
Oh, I know Uncle Lou's losing his mind on this.
Is he?
I'm guarantee it. I haven't seen him post a video on it yet, but this has to be, because I have a Georgia neighbor that that's a Georgia fan, Eric.
Yeah.
And I have another Georgia fan that's right down the road from me. Like, I know they're not happy with this.
I'm probably not. I wouldn't be. I know that. It's getting ridiculous. All right, Tyler, we need to go. We need to run off to our next caller. We got a really cool caller come on deck here, and we got 331 in the hole after that. So appreciate you calling in, Tyler. Have a good evening, my man. Have a great weekend, OH.
IO. Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. All right, here we go. Guys, back by popular demand. He has been producing for the Buckeye Lounge. He's been submitting content to me that I've been helping him make into shorts. He's known to all of you as Buck Vader. He's coming on. He talks through a device. Buck Vader, you're on the OHIO podcast.
Hi, Podfather, it's Vader. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Very well, Vaughn. Good to talk to you, Buck Vader. How are you doing tonight? What would you like to talk about?
I am good. By the way, I got the autographs. They look amazing, thank you and Wildman so much.
You are...
Now everyone knows Wildman didn't just keep the money, LOL.
Play that again! Play that again!
I am good. By the way, I got the autographs. They look amazing, thank you and Wildman so much. Now everyone knows Wildman didn't just keep the money, LOL.
Oh my God! Oh, that's so good! I'm glad you like him, Vader. I'm glad you like him, man. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Yeah, so people don't know. This is Buck Vader on Twitter. His name is Vaughn. He speaks through a device. He can't verbally talk on the phone. He has a device to communicate with us. So, that being said, Vaughn, let me know, what are your thoughts tonight about Ryan Day at the Big Ten Media Days?
I think Coach Day seemed like a totally different person, extremely confident.
And what about Jeremiah Smith, man? What'd you think about him?
The second thing, we got to figure out something to do for Saturday morning pregame.
Oh.
I won't make it through the season listening to Dummy Dave and Howard the Hack. I know you have to be there for your son at his games, but maybe if we all pitch in, there must be a way to do it. I'm willing to help any way I can. We can't let scum ruin our mojo before every game, especially considering we basically only play at noon every week.
I love it, dude. All right, play it again, dude. Play that again.
The second thing, we got to figure out something to do for Saturday morning pregame. I won't make it through the season listening to Dummy Dave and Howard the Hack. I know you have to be there. The second thing, we got to figure out something to do for Saturday morning pregame. I won't make it through the season listening to Dummy Dave and Howard the Hack. I know you have to. The second thing we got to figure out something
it's
to do for
stuck.
Saturday morning pregame. I won't make it through the season listening to Dummy Dave and Howard the Hack. I know you have to be there for your son at his games, but maybe if we all pitch in, there must be a way to do it. I'm willing to help any way I can.
Okay, well.
We can't let scum ruin our mojo before every game, especially considering we basically only play at noon every week.
I like it. Well, guess what? Guess who's listening? Chris is listening. He's hearing you, dude. He's like, I'm in to do a pregame. Just need a few co-hosts. Yeah, well, we might be able to make this happen, man. We might be able to make this happen. I got a couple more questions for you that we talked about. So, what are your thoughts about the rule changes in the government getting involved now with NIL and the NCAA? What are your thoughts on that, Buck Vader?
I don't have any problem with players getting the best deal they can get. But the fact is, this is the third time this recruiting cycle that the rules have changed. When you're a program that follows the rules as we should be, it puts you at a huge disadvantage. A friend and I were talking, and we feel this could have been avoided by grandfathering in everyone in this cycle and each previous cycle. Start the new rules next cycle after they had a chance to be vetted and the kinks worked out. Does this take make sense?
It does make sense. The timing is weird. So yes, it absolutely makes sense. Do you have any other thoughts on that?
I don't believe we can flip any big names at this point, but this could help us lock down Womack and Parks, or help us lock down our best recruits in this class from being flipped. Then I would get our collective going again and go hard at the 2027 and 2028 classes, because I've been looking ahead and they set up extremely well for the Buckeyes. I was actually thinking of doing another special Buckeye Force report explaining how. Do you think people would be interested in that?
100% they would, dude. 100%. You type it up, we'll get it. We'll put some voices to it, some pictures to it. Buck Vader, we'll make it. We'll make it happen. The Natural says for sure, Vader. He wants to know about it, man. So you got people who are definitely interested in that. Anything else, Vader? Anything else you wanna put out here, man?
I think JJ is coming out of his shell and finding his voice as a leader, which is bad news for the rest of college football. JJ Smith's work ethic is like something I've never seen or heard of in a 19-year-old. He has absolutely no ego, which is rare at his position. He looks like a Greek statue, and I'm told by a member of Zone 6. He's faster. If all of this comes together, he could be one of the few non-QB to be able to put the team on his back and control the game in football history. I've only seen a handful in my lifetime.
Wow. Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that, man. Anything else, brother? Just throw it on there, man. I'll respond to what you put on there if you've got anything else.
He could end up being the greatest Buckeye ever.
Woo! Hot take. Dude, you do realize you're saying he could be greater than Orlando Pace? Eddie George?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Better than A.J. Hawk and Ryan Miller, my two favorite Buckeyes of all time?
Yes.
Wow. That's some high praise, Vader. That's some high praise. Vader, who's the greatest Ohio State podcaster of all time? How about that question? Let's see how fast he can type it in. All of these were pre-typed. 331, you're on deck. 260, you're in the hole, by the way. We'll let Vader type this up real fast. Who's the greatest Ohio State podcaster of all time? He said me. I love it. Dude, you are awesome, man. You are awesome. I appreciate you so much, Vader. You are the man, and you are the greatest Ohio State podcaster of all the time. I'm going to agree with that. Thank you for calling in.
I'm also expecting a very aggressive style this season, according to his comments.
Okay. Talking one more comment about JJ he wanted to throw in there. I like it. Aggressive style. Let's see it, man. Let's see it. Vader, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm glad you enjoyed the autographs. Thank you to everybody in the chat who contributed to getting that autograph for Vader. I'm glad you like it. Send me a picture when you get it put on the wall or framed or whatever you're doing with it. Okay, Vader? I would love for you to email me that picture. Have a
Thanks,
good.
Podfather, for having me on.
You're
It's
welcome.
always fun.
You're
I
welcome.
hope to call in after the hammer falls so we can all celebrate together. OH.
I-O, buddy. Have a good night. All right, Sarah, if you are still downstairs, can you come upstairs real fast? I'm gonna ask you some questions about what just took place. Caden, Buck Vader, I salute you, sir. Desmond, I think is who he is talking about here, is a dumb son of a gun. Because he was agreeing with what Vader was saying. I believe that's what you meant, Caden. When you said Dave, I think maybe you met Desmond. I'm maybe, but yes, well, we all salute Buck Vader, man. He is fantastic, and that was right. That was a fantastic answer. All right, I am now joined. Like I said, 331. I'm coming to you next. You're next. Just hold on real quick. I'm joined with Sarah. Come here. Show everybody your beautiful face. All right. For everybody who doesn't know what's going on, can you explain to everybody using your words what Vader's doing and what he has?
Yeah, so there's things called AAC, it's augmentative alternative communication. There's a variety of ways that you can use it. What Buck or Vader has, to my knowledge, there's a variety of different systems, but his is what they call infrared, probably, where a lot of our kids at school, depending on what the most mobile part of their body is, usually their eyes, is programmed into this device. And depending on how long your eyes are on there, it can scan through. And when your eyes stop at a certain spot, that's how you pick the word. So it's a scanning system. So it takes a really long time. It's not like you can literally go in and type it like we do, or even text. So it's one of those things where the technology's pretty freaking amazing, but it also takes a long time to do. I'm sure that he and his therapist went through a variety of devices and different access ways to communicate. So the fact that you guys talked about this and he had those typed out, those answers made it so much more personable and really just shows he has a lot to say. And it's one of the really cool things to give people that don't have a voice to communicate about things that they're passionate about.
Anthony asked, what do you work in? So tell everybody what you do, how you do this.
I'm a speech language pathologist, and I did private practice for about 13 years, well, at a nonprofit clinic, and and now I am in public education, and I work in the special education preschool at one of our local districts here. But my background is in autism spectrum. So a lot of our kids on the spectrum use alternative augmentative communication, and that can be anything from really simple pictures to high-tech devices, which is obviously what Vaughn has. And all of those help enhance communication. It doesn't it's not in lieu of, just a lot of people verbally cannot speak, whether it is Oh gosh, anything to do anatomically, like your diaphragm, your voice box. Sometimes there's some neurological things going on, like an apraxia of speech, where there's a miscommunication between the neurons that fire in the brain and getting them to the mouth and then physically being able to say it. So, yeah, it's one of the really cool things in order to supplement a spoken message for people that can't otherwise do so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They say surround yourself with smarter people. I just happened to marry one, right? Um, yeah, so that's why it's really cool to us. He had preemptively texted with me some of the things he wanted to talk about. That's why I knew kind of what questions to ask him. Because if I ask him something that wasn't preemptively in his device, then he was going to have to use his eyes to answer, and so it would have taken longer in between. So his therapist was working with him on this development. Um, so that is, and look at this, Buck Vader's sister works with kids with autism. Man, it's such a uh, small world, man. It's cool. So yeah, man. It is amazing stuff, Brian. Thank you so much, man, and thank you to all of you once again for everybody who donated a couple weeks ago to get that autograph back before I left on vacation, and we got that to him, and it just I'm telling you, this community, guys. I know we get a bad rap as Buckeye fans. This community is amazing, man. Ohio State, and you know what? I know we're not the only ones that are amazing, okay? But I'm floored all the time of the way we pay it forward, and I appreciate all of you so much. All right, time to go back to the phone lines, and let's talk to Burks, shall we? What's up, Burks?
Man, what's up, dude? How's the off season, man? How's it treating you, my man?
I'm enjoying myself. I'm getting along just fine. I'm getting along. How about you?
Oh man, it's been brutal, man. Ever since I kind of betrayed my community by, just calling them out on stuff. It's been pretty ugly. And I just want to say, I want to talk about Ohio State football, but just letting you know, someone's creating burner accounts on me on Twitter, and they're trying to target people that I know that I like. And I'm just letting you know that's not me. If it says Burks the Wolverine, I don't even have Twitter, so it's probably my Michigan fan base. It most likely is 100%. But yeah, man, it's pretty psychotic. So I'm just letting you know, if you see a Burks the Wolverine and it's starting to attack any of you guys, it's not me. So just letting you know.
Thank you for letting us know that, Burks. I believe you
Yeah.
100%. So
Yeah, it's really pissing me off. Yeah.
if
So
any of you see that, or that if you're on Twitter and you see that, that is not this Burks. It is a poser within his own fan base who's doing stupid stuff. So, by the way, Ryan Day's Championship Beard gifted one membership, and Burks, it went to you, man.
I appreciate it, Ryan Days Beard. Appreciate it, man.
So, Burks, what's your thoughts on the whole government getting involved with NIL now, man?
And I'm happy. I really want this to happen. I don't want it to have a free market and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's is it going to be solved? Is it going to even work? The NIL. That's what I'm saying. Because our government, man, if they cannot make our country perfect, well, how are they going to make college football perfect? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said, man. Usually, I'm not a big favor of the government getting involved with things. Usually, when they do, they make it worse. In my opinion, but I'm at least they're trying something. Something needs to be done. At least they're trying something. So, anyways, man. Yeah. So there's that. Now, before I came upstairs here and I hit record, I was watching Sharon Moore's press conference from Big Ten Media Days today. No difficult questions when he was up on stage. He spoke for about 10 minutes, thanked a lot of people, spoke very glowingly about the coaches, the fans, the players, like all the coaches have. Was given about 5 questions. They were all softball questions from the AP and a couple people from outlets I've never heard of before. Then they got into scrum, what they call the scrum, which is when he's sitting down and all the media and I'm guaranteeing a lot of media was not allowed to ask questions there because they knew that was going to be televised on Big Ten Network. So they probably had the individuals who they were going to call on picked out preemptively. But in the scrum, he was asked about his thoughts on any vacation of wins and or punishment, and he gave a very, I thought, good answer. He said, we're not worried about that. We're worried about the season. But it was how he answered it, Burks, that irked me. He got this little grin on his face, and he chuckled before he said anything. Am I reading in too much of that as a Buckeye fan, in your opinion, as a fan of the Wolverines? Did we lose Burks?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There you are. Yep, I hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. You see, I don't know, bro. It's a question I can't answer because I truly, at this point, I do not know like what's going to happen. Like I said, I do feel like Sharon Moore's. Here's the issue, man. What's really this Tony Petitti stuff? This is what I want to bring up as well. When he is now begging Michigan to, not do the fine, not like fine Michigan anymore for NCAA. It's kind of like I've noticed, dude, Eric, that every podcast of Michigan, a whole YouTube, they are acting like nothing's going to happen. They're reading into this but then you look at what happened with Ohio State, like the Big Ten commissioner stood up for Ohio State, but look, a hammer happened. And the crazy part is, dude, is that my fan base, I literally even commented on, oh man, I'm like freaking out because, this is like, he's begging the NCAA, don't do any more penalties when I feel like NCAA is wanting to do more penalties and big penalties. That's why he's doing it. He wants Michigan to, I'm telling this on the chat as well, but he wants Michigan to be happy. He wants the Big Ten to be happy. No one's losing money. Maybe Michigan, if they get too many penalties, they'll leave for the SEC or some other conference. Tony Petit doesn't want that, and that's what I'm feeling. But with my Michigan fan base, it's like, there's going to be no penalties, nothing. We haven't heard any additional information. It's like, dude, you need to understand, all this NCAA is like, information is like, they're classified. You're not gonna know new stuff all the time, and it can just happen like boom. They can just put new info, and no one will know in the last days. So I don't know, man. It's really weird.
Burks, Chris wants to know, does Petitti's letter to the NCAA cause you to be more or less concerned about penalties?
I'm concerned, actually, as hell. Really concerned. And that's the thing. My whole fan base is not concerned one bit. That's the scary part, dude. I feel like I'm the only person just concerned,
Which is why I brought up the stages of grief, because I think what has happened is the bought and paid for media in Ann Arbor, along with this overconfidence being portrayed by a lot of individuals who are fans and speak on the team up north, and whether it be podcasts or Facebook groups or pages or whatever, it's setting up this false security in the fan base, this false belief that nothing's going to happen. And I'm Burks. I've not gone overboard. I've talked about it, but I have stayed consistent this whole time. I don't think the NCAA is going to drop a hammer. It might be somewhere in the middle. I just don't think they're going to come down super hard. But if they do, Burks, man, your fan base, dude, they are not prepared for this at all.
Well, I'm prepared. I'm prepared, man. Like, I'm not like, I any possibility, any outcome, I'm, prepared for it. But like I said, I think Sharon Moore is not going to coach for a year. That's what I feel. That's like the biggest. It's going to be right in between. Ohio State fans won't be happy. Michigan fans won't be happy. And then also we'll get $1 million, like $10 million fine, and some recruiting penalty, maybe some scholarship losses. That's it, and Sharon Moore does it because they already gave him 2 games. I feel like, with Harbaugh, they gave 8 games, like in 2023, and with Sharon Moore and all the phone stuff, and they want to be like, okay, you know what? Let's just not make him coach for a year. That's my final prediction.
Yeah, to me, that whether he coaches or not is not really the story here. To me, the story is 2 things. It's how many games get vacated and what does a postseason ban look like. To me, that's the story. Whether Sharon Moore is allowed, whether he gets more additional games or not, that could be that can have an effect on the season, no doubt about that, and recruiting.
Yeah, it will. It will. For sure.
But that's not really the story to me. To me, the story is vacated wins and postseason ban, because to me that's where it hurts you guys. There's a lot of pride in your fan base about that win total. A lot of pride in the fan base about that win total.
I made Mark Rogers. I had a video with him. It's literally, he even posted on YouTube. It is Michigan fan stands above, like, stands like is against Connor Stalions and his own fan base. That's what the name of the video is. It has like 1,000 views. It was just me and Mark debating, and Mark is actually on my side as well. Like, he knows Michigan cheated, all this stuff, and like, dude, the comments, man, it's all Michigan fans just attacking me and then attacking Mark and all this stuff. And I'm telling you, dude, Mark is, I love it how he will be honest in this stuff, and it was so funny, man. Like, one comment was like, Connor Stalions was so good at his job, right? And then Mark is like, there was a chat on the bottom saying that, and then Mark Rogers was like, no, he's not, because if he was good, he would have not got caught. And I was like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he was so good at his job, why did he get let go?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I want to also discuss one thing. Your Ohio State recruiting, man. That's one thing. I haven't been discussing Ohio State football much with you, but hold
on 1 second, Burks.
Yeah.
I got a $5 super chat from Caden. He said, I'll talk to you guys Monday. I've got to get going back to my hole of a home, but I've never told anyone my past, honestly, Eric. So Monday, Burks is going to share his story with Chris. And my hope, Burks, is that Caden's going to not make something up, whether it's dramatic or not. He just tells us the truth. That's all I've asked. It was a good start tonight. He told us the truth. He really wasn't a football hero, okay? He never really broke the state record in sacks. At least he told us the truth tonight. Now, let's see if he can take the next step and kind of reveal himself more to us. Here's the thing, Burks, I believe this. If Caden tells the truth to everybody about who he is and what took place in his life to cause him to be the way he is, I guarantee you people will start accepting him in this fan base, in this community. They'll support him because I believe in this fan base. But if he continues to lie and make crap up, he's going to get roasted. Yeah. He's going to continue to get roasted. So there you go, Burks. Thank you for the $5. Or there you go, Caden. Thank you for the $5. All right, Burks, back to you, man. Continue. Oh, I lost you again, Burks. Where are you at, buddy? Hello.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to you. Pick up wherever you left off. Sorry.
Yeah, Hardy, are you freaking out about the football recruit? So first of all, I have a question for you. So Ohio State, so I go on Discord. That's like my social media, basically. And I do argue with some Buckeye fans when they say, like, oh, our NIL, we need to keep it, like, we need it to improve it, and we're getting outbid. But isn't it like the reason why this is happening is you guys already have paid all your players, like Jeremiah Smith, Cornell Tate, Caleb Downs, Julian Sayin, and a bunch of other guys. Like, you guys don't have, like, you guys have spended enough from the other class, and that's why, you guys are lacking in that? Or is it because, like, okay, you know what, it's an NIL issue, or, like that, like, I don't know, but.
It's a good question. So they have X amount of money allotted to the three categories that they spend NIL on. Now, they brought the NIL collectives in-house because they were anticipating what just took place, right? And they wanted to control that from a legality perspective, when it comes to proper disbursement of money, nothing under the table, nothing hidden. It's all above board. It's all on table, so that they don't get hit with anything down the road from the NCAA or whoever the legislation will be in control of the legislation. Might even be the U.S. government at this point now. Gosh, can you imagine if the feds were to hand out punishment to NCAA teams? Oh my gosh, talk about a disaster.
Yeah.
But player retention was, is, and it will be for the foreseeable future the main emphasis of the NIL with Ohio State, player retention. Second is the transfer portal, and then third is recruiting. They try to convince the kids NIL will be there if you earn it. Do they give NIL to some freshmen, incoming freshmen in recruiting? Yes, they do. Jeremiah Smith got it. Edric Houston got it. Those were the two big ones last year who got NIL. How much? Probably somewhere in the six figures. I don't think it was 7. It was probably somewhere in the six figures. And now, I guarantee you, Jeremiah Smith is number 1 on this team in NIL. I about guarantee that. He's not hurting for nothing. The young man's making millions now. And so they try to tell that story in recruiting to these kids. What they're not going to do, Burks, is they're not going to do what Texas Tech did and throw $5 million at an unproven offensive lineman who's not ready to play on day one. They're not going to do that. Nor should they. I mean, you could spend $5 million on one player who's not ready, who's going to sit the bench, or you can spend $5 million on retaining your roster and getting kids out of the portal, right? So that's the perspective right now. They're not going to play this overbid game with everybody. They're going to sit back and be smart about their money. And I'm telling you right now, Chris and I had a great conversation with Ryan Miller about this months ago, and he flat out told us he saw this coming down the road. He's well connected. He knew. He said, "Boys, they are not going to spend money on linemen. They're just not. It's a 2-year development position at best, and you're not going to pay a kid $1 million or $2 million to sit the bench for 2 years when you can pay a half that for a kid who's been developed at another college to come in off the transfer portal, who's ready to go."
Gotcha.
So
they're more into receivers, kind of, right?
they're going to offer money to the kids who they think can make an impact right away. Right?
Gotcha.
So Jeremiah Smith, right? Obviously. They probably, your 5-star kids, the top 25, top 50 kids, they're going to get NIL to come to Ohio State. How much NIL? I don't know. I don't have those numbers in front of me. I don't think it's as much as they could get at other places, to be honest with you. But they also the kids got to look at this twofold. Number one, I can make more by coming here in the 3 years I'm here, or 4 years. And 2, they're going to help me develop, and then I'm going to make tens of millions of dollars, maybe, however many, when I go to the NFL. And they're going to develop me to be an NFL draft pick. So the kid is kind of banking on himself by coming to Ohio State. Now, I understand you can get to the NFL, Burks, at going anywhere. I understand that. But Ohio State has an NFL track record here, especially at the wide receiver position now, right? So,
of course.
Yeah, I would say that's one of the reasons why you see Brian Hartline just crushing it when it comes to wide receiver recruiting is he's got the track record. And he's like, dude, I can get you NIL because you're a 5-star recruit, you're a top 10 kid, and here's what we pay a kid for that. Yeah, it's competitive. It might not be as much as Texas Tech. It might not be as much as, Texas oil money or A&M or even, I don't know, even Michigan at this point. But Michigan also might have more NIL to spend on those kids because they're not spending a ton retaining their roster or in the transfer portal anymore. So there's that.
Exactly.
And then, Burks, if 2026 there's a cap on that now, which is what they're leaning towards, Ohio State's sitting pretty because they've already been doing this. They're already ahead of the game. So it's a little bit of a gamble on Ohio State's part, which is hurting the immediacy of the recruiting numbers right now, but they're not going to get into bidding wars with people, especially, and the last thing they're going to do, I know this for a fact, I was told this from a very good source, they're not going to promise a kid something that they can't deliver on. They refuse to do that. That is happening to people.
No wonder.
There is that
Okay,
is
no wonder.
happening. So you're getting kids who are getting promised a lot of money with handshakes, and it's not written down in a contract. I mean, we've seen that last couple years. Remember the kid from Florida who left without?
Yeah, Jaden Rashada.
Yeah. So we've already seen it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful we're not lying to kids.
I can tell you one thing, man. We are doing actually bidding wars. You know, Derek Meadows was a bidding war. Andrew Balboa, we had a bidding war with him on Stanford. He was the number one, top 10 player in last year's class, O-lineman. So we are doing bidding wars. I'll let you know on that part.
Well, I mean, the bidding war thing's going to eventually come to an end if this stands with the whole NIL thing.
I hope so.
I do too because it's ridiculous.
I'm done. Yeah.
I mean, and I made this point with Chris Burks. What's stopping this from going to high school now? That's crazy talk.
Yeah.
That is
that's bullshit, man.
You mean to tell me a 16, 17-year-old kid in high school is going to get paid to play a sport that we all played for fun? The amateur model's dead. I get that. We're not putting the genie back in the bottle. Yeah. But the money that's being offered to these kids, Burks, this is professional. It's like the college football is never, nor should it ever be, the minor leagues for the NFL. It's not what it is. I know it is, but it isn't.
Yeah, and you see, that's the issue with also I called out my fan base. They want a free market where you can just bid and all these guys can make as much and we can get them in high school because we have that billionaire. It's like, no, I don't want it to destroy college football. I'm telling you, dude, a lot of these guys just only care about their team. I'm not like that, man. I'm a university first, then football second. And I'm letting you know right now that's going to destroy college football. College football is going to be a trash sport if this keeps happening with the free market. And let's just do bidding wars and all this crap. I'm really pissed off on it, so.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Bidding wars not the way to go because I'm telling you right now, you start doing that stuff, you start relying on someone's money, it's not always going to be there. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
And then, hey, I have one last question, dude. The QB battle with Julian Sayin and Lincoln Keenholz, how is that? Because I was just on a show with a Ohio State guy that I'm pretty chill with, and these Michigan guys were talking that this is a QB problem because Julian Sayin and Lincoln Keenholz are neck to neck, and it's a QB issue because no one has, no one is doing won the job yet. But I personally think that your QBs are going to be great. Both are going to be amazing if whoever gets the job. And it was just something, but I don't know if you're concerned or not about it.
I'm not. We'll see. It's going to be what it's going to be. I don't. Mm-hmm. They're unproven. They're unproven commodities at this point.
That's true.
they might have been highly
Mm-hmm.
or highly recruited guys with, you know,
Mm-hmm.
large star number rankings next to their name. That means diddly poo when it comes to when the real bullets flying around you in college football. Um,
Yeah.
they're going to have to prove it on the field. And like I've said from the very beginning, if it's Julian Sane, and I do believe it will be, just based off of what everybody's saying around him, not what the coaches are
Mm-hmm.
necessarily saying, but what the players have been saying. Uh, I believe it's Julian Sane. I've seen the kid throw with my own two eyes. The ball comes out of his hand just differently, and Ryan Day loves a passing quarterback. If this was Urban Meyer's offense, I might feel differently, but it's not. It's Ryan Day's offense, and so he's gonna want to put the quarterback in there who can put the ball where it needs to be at the right time, who makes good decisions. And to me, that's Julian Sane. That's who I'm betting on. Um, do I expect him in game number 1 to look like he's going to look like in game number 12? I do not. I do not. And so I'm a little worried about the opening game against Texas. I'm not going to lie. Arch Manning hasn't necessarily um, played a ton of college football, but you know who he's played a lot more than? Julian Sane. So that first game, Burks, we need Buckeye Nation to be super loud. We need it to be a hostile environment. We need to be the 12th man for real that game. Um, and I think we can be. I do. I think it's going to be a close game. And I hope that we can pull it out by having a very good offensive line who establishes the line of scrimmage and we control the clock. That's what I'm hoping happens. Burks, thank you for the good phone call, my friend. I need to go back to the phone lines. We got a couple more calls to get to. Have a good evening.
Yeah, of course, man. Take care, man.
All right,
Take care.
OH.
Yeah. Nah, not today, man. Bye.
Let's see. One of these days he's gonna slip up, man. One of these days we're gonna get him. One of these days we're gonna get him. All right, man. Let's go back to the phone lines. He's a living legend. Let's bring him on. Good evening, Ray. Ray, are you with us? Hello, Ray. Ray's been on hold so long he didn't know he was going to be called on. Going once. Going twice. Ray Berger, he's a living legend. He calls into the show every now and then and talks about running backwards. Ray, I really was looking forward to talking to you, man. This is sad. Well, we're going to have to let Ray go. That's too bad, man. You know what I think happened there, guys? I think he was watching the show and it wasn't live and he hadn't heard his name called yet. And he didn't realize he wasn't watching live because I could hear in the background the show going on. That's what I think happened there, man. That's too bad. Hey, whoever was on hold, man, and they dropped out, dude. Call back in, man. Call back in. There was another one online there. And Ray, if you see this, man, call back in. I'll wait around for a couple more minutes. The phone lines are open, guys. 567-483-1999 is the phone line. 567-483-1999. We've had a great show tonight. Did anybody see our new alternate jerseys? I did not think that the all whites with the white helmet or the scarlet helmet was real. I thought that was a fan concept. I believe that was a fan concept. Am I incorrect in my belief on that? That would be interesting if those were real, because those were pretty cool. Those were pretty cool. Steely Matt, man, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. I guess I get to meet you this weekend, dude. That's awesome, brother. while we're waiting for anybody else to jump on the call, there we go. We got somebody. Who we got here? Let me look. Okay, it's Ray again. Good. All right. Ray.
Eric,
Ray, what's happening?
I got hung up. I had to call you back.
I'm glad you called me back, buddy, because I was worried that I wasn't going to get to talk to you.
Yeah, I talked to Chris Monday, and I am really, really pissed off at that commissioner. We got to get this guy fired, man. He is an idiot to think that he would come up with those kind of comments. Doesn't he have any honesty and integrity thinking they've had enough punishment?
Apparently, he's more concerned about the money coming from those television networks. That's my assumption. Yeah.
That's it. It's got to be.
Last time
he's crazier now, man.
Ray, I thought the commissioner worked for the athletic directors. I thought that's who his bosses were the athletic directors. I can't imagine that the other 17 athletic directors in the Big Ten are happy with him right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How can he sell all them teams out for one team? They were annihilating people 51-0, and I don't know how many games, and they were saying, look how great Michigan is. And they knew all the plays, man. That had to come into play somewhat.
I would think so. You would think so. I mean, there's got to be some kind of punishment. There's going to be something here. The NCAA doesn't go through this much hassle, this much investigation, this much time invested in interviewing people, spending their own money in investigating all of this just to say, well, I guess there was nothing there. That's not what this is going to happen. There's going to be something. Now, I personally, Ray, don't think it's going to be as bad as everybody says it is, but if it is bad, boy, that fan base is in for a rude awakening, aren't they?
Well, Eric, I can't figure it out. The 45 days are past. Why do they keep waiting on making this decision?
I don't know, Ray. Maybe they're waiting for the start of the season and they're going to hammer them right before the season starts to screw them up even more. I don't know. I can't.
I'll tell you, I'm kind of disgusted. Chris looked up a number for Big Ten Network. I used to have it, and I can't find it since I moved in this house 3 years ago. And I called this number that Chris gave me, 1-888 something, and all I get is a tape machine every time. I've called like 4 times, told him what I thought about his disgusting talking about they've had enough. Don't give them any more penalties. Do you have can you look up the Big Ten Network number? Because the one Chris gave me, I don't think it's right, because it don't even say Big Ten Network. It's just a tape machine, and I left 4 messages, and I don't think any of them are getting to them. I used to have a Big Ten Network. I would get a lady on the phone or something. I didn't get anywhere with them, but I did talk to her for a little bit.
I'm Googling it right now. Maybe someone in the chat can help me find a telephone number for customer service.
See if you can find a number, because I think we need to start straightening this guy out. If he ain't going to be a commissioner for all the teams, he needs to go right now.
Yeah, I think what you want, like the Natural's saying here, you probably want the number for the Big Ten headquarters, not Big Ten Network. Big Ten Network's just
that's what Chris gave me a 1-888 number. It didn't get me anywhere. What do you got over there? You got anything?
I'm looking it up, man. We'll see what we we can find here. So we need to find the telephone number. Let's do a quick Google. Telephone number for the customer service for the Big Ten commissioner. Let's see what we can find here.
Yeah.
Well, there's an email.
This guy needs to be straightened out, man. He needs to be straightened out right now.
I'm getting an email. I'm not getting a telephone number.
Yeah, I'm not in the emails. I have to have a phone number. I don't know. I guess we can't get across to. They probably wouldn't even answer the phone anyways, but
here we go.
They used to have ladies that
Chris
pick
says
the phone up.
The primary number for the Big Ten Conference is 847.
No, that's the one. That's the one Chris gave me.
Okay, 847-696-1010.
Yeah, I call it, and it's all it is a tape machine. It don't even say if it's a Big Ten network or anything. It just says leave a message.
Maybe we should call live on the air, see what happens. Obviously, no one's going to answer. It's 10 o'clock at night, but that would be kind of funny that we call them up. Hey, you're live on the OHI podcast. We just wanted to let you know how much we hate you.
see if you can call her right now.
Well,
all I got was a lady saying
here.
Nobody available.
Here, let's
leave
see.
A message.
Let's see. I'm actually going to do this using my phone. I'm going to put it on speakerphone here.
Yeah, just see where you get.
All right, let's.
Because I get like 4 rings, then it goes to a lady saying there's nobody's available. Leave a message. I don't think it's even the Big Ten Network. I used to have one that 3-4 years, or 10, 15 years ago when they fired me, I'd call up and talk to them about it. They didn't want to do it.
With an attendant, please press 0 or remain on the line. Thank you.
If you know the...
Here we go. We're going to dial 0, see what we get to here. It's ringing, Ray.
All right. See if you get 4 rings like I did.
All right, there's ring 2.
Then I get a lady on there.
There's ring 3.
Yeah, 1 more.
There's 4. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we got ring number 5.
We are sorry. There is no one available to take your call. Please record your message after the tone.
Here we go.
Press star to
discard. Yeah, that's the one.
Hold on.
That's what I get. That's the lady.
Hello, this is Eric Boggs, a.k.a. the Podfather from the OHIO podcast. I would love to schedule a interview with Mr. Petiti if he would please be so kind as to call me back or email me. You can email the show at theohiopodcast@gmail.com or call me back, 740-398-3160. We would love to schedule an interview with him and talk about the upcoming season, and we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for your consideration. There you go.
Yeah, he got a whole bunch of soft questions the other day when he was on there, and he did have one hard question about and he just kind of sugarcoated and went on to the next question. He never really said what he said and what he didn't say. Have you guys been able to leak out what his letter really was to
no, he's not.
NCAA?
No one has it. No one has it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to know, the whole context of the letter. Because I can't believe this guy would actually believe that little tiny penalty of Jim Harbaugh and they won the national title is enough. What about that Weiss guy that was the offensive coordinator and scammed? Was it 150,000 kids or what?
Yeah, it was a ton. He had a database full of over 100,000 names of current and former college students, many of which were female, and some from the University of Michigan, actually, too.
All from the United States, right? All through the United States, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bunch of different college campuses.
And he's saying that that's enough, that they don't need any more penalties? Is he crazy?
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Huh?
That's what they're saying, Ray. Apparently not.
How did the Big Ten meetings go? I mean, how did our players react and everything?
Look great. Ryan Day was confident. They all talked about how they're all confident about how they're going into the season. They're not resting on what they achieved last year. This is they're not defending anything. They said that was last year's championship. That's not this year's championship. So they They are hungry. They have an edge about them. I love it. So they definitely spent the off season, instead of celebrating, they have spent the off season. This is interesting.
Are you going to the Texas game?
I am.
Okay, who are you going with? Your wife?
Hold on a second. I'm getting. Yeah, who's this?
Hey, is this Eric?
It is, but I'm live on the air right now. Is this Caden?
It is me, Eric. Before you say anything and before you hang up, well, you know how I said I'll tell you my secret on Monday?
I'm live on the call-in show right now, Caden. Can I call you back as soon as we're done?
Eric, you're gonna hear this. You want to hear this
But,
exclusive?
But okay, that's fine. But I don't want you to be live on the air while I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Ray right now.
Well, I apologize, but you know what? You want to hear the truth? I'll tell you the truth.
Okay,
I'll tell you my past personally.
That's great. I'll call you back in just a minute, okay?
Take your time.
All right, thank you. All right.
Who the hell was that?
That was Caden.
Who's Caden?
Caden the man. Guy who called at the beginning of the show. Go back and watch the beginning of the show. You'll figure it out.
Two calls ago, this guy sounded like a robot. Who the hell was that?
That was Vaughn. He has a speaking device. His name is Buck Vader. He's in a wheelchair, and so he uses a speaking.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't know any of that stuff. I just wondered. Sounded like kind of a robot. I was wondering what the hell that was all about.
No problem.
I think
Ray.
I've heard him before. I'm sorry. I'll pray for him.
Thank you, Ray.
But I'm kind of concerned about who's going to win the quarterback spot. You think it'll be the guy from Alabama we got, or what?
Yeah, I think it's Julian Sane. Yeah, I do. That's who I think gets it. That'd be that's who my money's on.
Now, how many players did Texas lose on defense and offense? Can you tell me that?
They lost quite a bit. They lost as much as we did. They went to the portal heavy, especially on the defensive line side. So they have a lot of talent with experience, but it's not at Texas. It's at other schools. But and they've been recruiting well, just like we have. So they've been reloading, not necessarily rebuilding. So it's going to be a very interesting game, to say the least.
This year's recruiting class, where they got us ranked right now, third in the country, or
8th.
what?
We have slipped to 8th.
Really, 8th?
Yeah. We've had some recruiting.
What's going on? We just haven't been getting any recruits lately.
Yeah, we've been slacking and getting some commits, and we've lost some guys who we thought we were going to get, and some of the other schools have been making hay. Some of the other schools, Ray, got like 30. Georgia's got like 30. USC's got like 35 kids committed to those classes. That's a lot of kids.
I thought there was a limit on that stuff.
Not anymore. You can take as many as you want. There's a limit of 105 total scholarships now. So you can take as many as you want as long as you don't go over 105 total on your team.
105 in what, 3 years, 4 years?
Well, 105 every year. So if you end
up 105 now?
105 total scholarship players on your roster over the course of the 4 years, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. But if you
every year.
Well, yeah, 105 total. So if you take 35 freshmen and 25 sophomores, that only leaves you 45 other spots for your juniors and seniors.
Oh, okay. Now I see how you're ranking. Okay. I was just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. It's pretty hard. This world is getting chaotic, I'll tell you.
Crazy.
I had to kick a couple people out of my house, and they scammed me for money and I got my son-in-law, my grandson out of here, and now I got to put my daughter out because they scammed a $4,500 check on me. And I went through a lot of hell the last couple of months. I had a couple of people bang my car. I'm going through a lot of frustrating times, Eric. I need your prayers, okay? My hips bother me, my spine. I've only run it. I ran 3 days last week, and my hip and spine are killing me. I'm breaking down, Eric. I'll be 76 next month, August 23rd. So pray for me that things get better for me. Okay.
I will, buddy. I'll pray for you, man. I'll pray for you if you pray for me. How about that? Is that a deal?
I will. God bless you, buddy.
Have a good night.
Hey, I'm gonna let you go. Okay. OH.
Io. That was the living legend, Ray Berger, everybody. What a wild night tonight it has been. You just never know what's going to happen. You just never know. All right, I'm going to end the show here, guys. I've got a phone call. I got to talk to Caden. I got to. It's on my heart, man. I'm going to call him back up. No, I'm not going to put it on the air. I don't know if that's what he wants. So if he wants to share it with everybody, whatever he's going to tell me, we'll let him share that Monday or next Thursday if he wants. No, Aaron, I'm not gonna do that live on the air. I will do that in private first. But if he wants to share down the road, maybe he will. So we'll leave that up to him. All right, guys, that's it for now. This was an amazing night. I had a lot of fun doing it, though. I hope you had a lot of fun tonight. Don't forget to check out those videos tomorrow. The Buckeye Lounge with Sean and TG, they have a great interview with Intrinsic. That's going to be out tomorrow morning. And then we have our Iowa preview tomorrow evening. Chris and I have a video coming out on Saturday. We might have another one for Saturday as well. Maybe Sunday with a guest. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget to check out all these videos over here on our YouTube channel. And yeah, shout out to Vader. Second time he's called in. Go check out Vader's shorts right there on our YouTube channel. So you're going to want to go check all those out as well. Give Vader some love, man. He's a very talented young man. We're super excited to have him part of our community, guys. All right, that's it for now. Have a good night, everybody. God bless. Be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH. Sing Carmen, Ohio with all your heart. Oh, man, another phone we had another call just come in. We had another one just come in. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it, guys. We're not done yet. Alex, you just snuck in,
Hello,
man.
Eric. What's going on, man?
You just snuck in, Alex. I was about ready to end the show.
I know the buzzer, right?
Yeah, right at the buzzer. What's happening?
So I've been dancing about some ideas, man, about our OC in DC, and I want your take on it. Do you think Patricia should get a little bit tougher? And it's going to be short, so you can go to sleep and deal with Caden the super freak. Do you think Patricia should be a little bit tougher? He seems a little wily, a little bit mental, and he doesn't seem like, an uber tough D guy. He's going to be like very mental like Knowles. What do you think of that? And then what do you think of what's his name? Our OC. I have memory block all the time.
Brian Hartline.
What's his name? Our OC. What do you think of him being so tough? I think he's going to mess with the receivers. I think the receivers need to have that, softer mindset because Julian's going to put the ball literally on their sternum every time. So, like, that toughness that he's putting out there. What do you think about a flip? Patricia does OC, the wily mental stuff. And what's his name? Now Mr. Aggressive. He goes to DC. I know it's not going to happen, but what do you think of their personalities and what they're doing? Because I know this is seemingly a long call, but it's not. Like, just quick take on these two guys. Do you think one should calm down, one should get stronger? What do you think?
No, not yet.
No.
Let's see how Patricia coaches. Usually you want your coordinators to be more non-emotional about things because they're calling plays, right? You want them to kind of look at the game kind of like through the lens of a video game, calling plays, take the emotion out of it. When you get emotional as a play caller, sometimes that leads you to not being focused as a play caller. Brian Hartline has always coached hard. Coaching hard doesn't necessarily mean that you're, as a play caller, going to be sitting up there in the booth screaming and hollering and yelling. That's going to be the job of somebody else on the sideline. And that's your position coaches. Those are the ones that need to spit some fire at the positions if they're not playing well. But I think the coordinators just need to be in a sterile environment in the booth and look down on that field with complete focus and attention to detail.
Gotcha.
And let Ryan Day be the emotional one. Let him be the fire, especially with the referees, and let those position coaches on the sideline do some of that.
Because I've seen Hardline I hear you. I just seen Hardline on the side coaching these guys, and he's so like vitriol and almost angry every time, and it's like that's like a little bit much, I think, for an OC. Like he's just like, and that's perfect for a DC. I think in my book, that's exactly what a DC should be. Like,
in practice,
just like angry all the time.
In practice, not necessarily up in the booth.
Yeah. And maybe it's a practice thing with flip side to Patricia, but I feel like I hear you. I hear you. I just feel like, I don't know, Patricia also looks like he's like hanging out with the guys like, hey, things are cool, right? And I'm like, you're a DC guy. Come on.
Do you know why he's doing that though?
Okay.
He's building them up so that they don't take it personally when he chews them out.
Well, interesting. Okay. I'm gonna write that down. All right, good.
it's coach philosophy, right? So
that's all I can say.
It's one of two directions, right? So you have like Woody Hayes. You come into practice, Woody Hayes is going to tear you apart from day one and then start to build you back up, right? That was his style. It's a little bit reverse now, right? They build you up and then they can tear you. Then they'll tear you down. But because they've built you up, but because they've built you up,
interesting.
It does. You don't take it as personal, and it's because Alex, these kids today aren't like they don't take constructive criticism well. They've been told their whole life how great they are. And so if they come into college and the first thing they hear from the coach is you suck, they're not going to take that well, right?
I'm out of here.
I'm just going to jump in the portal. But if they are built up throughout, the spring and the summer, and then they get in the fall camp and the coach is like, dude, that place sucked. What were you thinking? They're not going to take it personally.
There you go.
Yeah. That's my
good. Okay, well, if that's what you see, then I pray, because I hope he comes out like a dog. Patricia, and then what's his name realizes I mean, this is the big opinion here. Everyone's got their crazy opinions, and this is just an opinion, not a fact. But I seriously think, with my opinion, saying, "Oh wow, this kid is going to light stuff up," and our receivers too. But I think people have to be mindful of how precious almost his arm skills are, instead of like being like tough with him. Like he's a legend. He's a legend already. That's what I see with Sam. That's my opinion. I think
pull the reins back amazing. A little bit on that, Alex. He hasn't played. He doesn't have one win.
That's my one extreme. I had my one extreme for the year. That's my extreme. Sam's gonna rock with the receivers. That's my extreme.
No, you're allowed to have. I mean, you're allowed to have one hot take.
That's my one extreme opinion. Yeah, okay. I think Sam's just brilliant. I can see it. I don't know.
Okay.
I see it.
Well, you're brilliant, Alex.
Yeah. But anyways, no, I hear you. I hear you, bro. What's that?
I said, well, you're brilliant. Thank you for calling in, Alex. I appreciate you.
Aw, you're brilliant, dude. You freaking rock. Everyone, Eric is the greatest guy in Ohio podcast land. We love him. We love you, bro. So I thank you very much, and go take care of Kata, bro.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in. Have a good night, OH.
All right, man.
All right, guys. That's it, man. We're out of here. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH in Carmen, Ohio with all your heart. Check out those videos tomorrow. Till next time, good night, everybody. Go Bucks.